What's up, guys? This is Storm, and welcome back to another gaming news week. We have a lot of big news that happened, so without further ado, let's get on with the news. Sony has dropped a major update for the PlayStation Plus Portal that is now allowing cloud streaming starting as of yesterday, I believe. This update had been in the beta, and some people managed to got to try it out, but now it is officially out for PlayStation Plus Portal users, and the update includes PlayStation Plus Premium members can now stream thousands of digital PS5 games, hundreds of games from PlayStation Plus game catalog, redesigned UI, new home screen, 3D audio, and game invitation, plus more. I'll post in the description of the PlayStation blog that goes into more details about it. But overall, what people said is definitely an amazing update now that you don't need to turn on your PS5 to use the PS5 portal. You could use it on the go as long as you have a good stable internet. I saw somebody said they actually tried out Fortnite. They had no issue whatsoever. And being able to play all your digital games from your library that I believe that are streamable. Like you could now play on the go. Some people are playing. I saw somebody play like Ghost of Yotai on the go. Some people said they probably wouldn't recommend trying to play like Arc Raiders or Call of Duty or Battlefield and stuff. I don't know how they perform. But I think like you playing on handheld, like what is it? You probably don't have good like reaction time when playing it. For what I could tell, there's hardly any latency for some people to say. I don't know that for sure. But the overall consensus is people really love the update, and people are saying that the PlayStation Portal is pretty much worth it if you're in the market. If you're in the market thinking about getting it. And honestly, with this update and what I'm seeing from it, I think I might pull the trigger on the PlayStation Portal. Like there are some times I don't really want to get on my game system and just want to watch some movies, but at the same time I want to get caught up on some games I've been playing. So with the PlayStation Portal, this could definitely help me do it. But it's definitely not gonna be something I'm gonna be used like outside since I got my own stuff that I'm gonna be doing on the go. Maybe if I ever go on vacation, maybe. But that'll be wait and see how I feel about that. But overall, how you guys are liking the PlayStation Plus Portal? Would you guys recommend it to anybody that's think about getting it, or what your overall rating of it? Let me know in the comments below. In an interview with Game Informer, Marvel Studios says they plan to collaborate with Insomniac games on future games for many years to come. So with that being said, we could definitely see more future Marvel games from Insomniac, which, if we remember going on from the leak that happened in 2023, if that is still true to be used as a reference, after Marvel Wolverine, Insomniac was planning on doing a X-Men game at some point. We don't know if that's still on the cards or they might do something new all in general, but the fact, out of all the Marvel projects that Marvel Studios is doing with other studios, not just Insomniac is probably one of the ones that makes them the most money if you don't count the mobile games, which that is probably also included. If you take out mobile, Insomniac probably is the number one of making money for Marvel Studios when it comes to using their Marvel IP characters. Like, they're the ones who get the best results. Because think about it, we still haven't seen an update to EA's Iron Man. The Black Panther game got canceled. Marvel Avengers flopped. What other Marvel titles they got? Captain America, Black Panther, the Marvel 1943. It got delayed to a unknown date now, and we still haven't seen really gameplay of that. So with that in mind, Insomniac put out three Marvel games with Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. Now they're coming out with a Marvel Wolverine, which has over, I believe it's probably hit maybe almost 10 million views on YouTube, but it was raking in the views when it first came out. I believe it was like 3 million after 24 hours of viewing. But yeah, it clearly showed that Insomniac get the best results of using Marvel IPs. Some people will probably look at this in a bad way, thinking that now Insomniac won't have any diversity, and now they're only going to be making Marvel hero games and stuff. And the thing is, Insomniac don't always have to do Marvel games. Like, they still do Ratchet and Clank. It's their choice if they want to do something different. Like granted, they probably would need to pitch the idea to Sony to see if it will take or anything. But like, I don't know if Insomniac wants to. It's kind of weird, and so like there are probably like some people that probably want to do like probably like try to bring back like the Resistance games and stuff. But the thing is, like, do all of Insomniac wants to do that, and is it worth the risk if this thing does not do well? Because some people prefer like going the single player route. Like, look at Naughty Dog. They canceled Faction for The Last of Us because if they would have went through with it, they will be rectified as a games as a service studio, and they did not want that to be for their studio because they're known for making good stories. And of course, there was a whole lot of backlash for that, but in the end, I personally would just prefer them to be a single player. If they don't have the resource to fully commit to a games as a service, don't do it at all. And we see some of PlayStation multiplayer ideas fall apart. So, of course, the whole multiplayer thing that they was gonna do for the Spider-Man thing, like, that part would have been cool. But the thing is, like, it just having to fully constantly drop content for it so it won't get stale over time and stuff. Like, and plus, unless you're like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Battlefield, like, would people really fully invest into it? Maybe they will, but at the same time, probably not. So at that point, it's probably not even worth the risk. Some people say it was canceled, and so which is not the case. It was a pitch idea. Like, something cannot be canceled if it never got greenlit, in my opinion. Like, if there was an actual development of the said game and stuff, then I would say it got canceled. But if we just see like a small video of it with none of the assets, like, I believe it even said this was like a pitch idea, like not a actual thing. It basically was just a vertical slice of what the game could be. But I digress. But to end off on this topic, what would be the next game you will want Insomniac? What would be the next Marvel character you want Insomniac to do? Like, after when Marvel Wolverine come out, because I'm thinking who would be a good fit for Marvel? For Insomniac. Hmm. Maybe Daredevil, since the Daredevil TV show is popping off and the next season's coming out next year. That could be an idea. Or maybe, oh no, what Insomniac should do? They should do freaking Moon Knight. That'd be awesome. If they could make a good Moon Knight game, then yeah, that'd be a nice one. If only like Marvel Studios would probably let other Sony studios make a game. Like I could imagine Ben. This was always said like Ben Studio doing like a Ghost Rider because of Days Gone. That that low key could be that low key could be fire. No pun intended. But yeah, I can't wait for Marvel Wolverine. That's the next big game that Insomniac putting out. And I'm kind of curious what would be the next game they would do in the future. If the next game is going to be another Marvel hero game or a Ratchet Clank altogether, or it could be a new IP. You never know. Going back to Marvel real quick, I did say that Marvel 1943 The Rise of Hydra was delayed again. But this is the statement that the studio Skydance have put out. It said, at Skydance Games, our goal is to deliver unforgettable premium games that honor the characters and worlds. We're fortunate to work with Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is an ambitious project and we're committed to ensuring it meets the level of quality that our team, players, and fans expect. To fully realize our vision for Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, we made the decision to shift our release window beyond early 2026. We're grateful for the passion and support from the community and players around the world. The team is working hard to create something truly special. We look forward to sharing more with you as development progresses. Skydance Games. Honestly, I am not surprised this happened because we have yet to see any gameplay of this game. They did show us how the game graphics was going to look and stuff, and it looks truly amazing. Like the character models look really amazing, but the fact that we don't even know how the game is gonna play or anything like that is, I'm not surprised it got delayed because they've been hella quiet. Like, granted, we probably could get something at the Game Awards this year from them to finally show off something, but I would not be surprised if they don't make no type of appearance whatsoever. It is what it is at this point when it comes to Skydance and Marvel 1943. But if they are committed to still working on it, then kudos to them. Like, they did. The only thing that's concerning that we don't have no update of the game release date whatsoever, and supposedly they said they was going to be beyond early 2026, so that could be mid end of 2026. That could even mean pushed to 2027. So we just gotta wait and see how the end product is gonna turn out. Here's hoping for a very good game and stuff. But one that I am concerned is how it will play out with four characters, because you got Captain America, Black Panther, a World War II soldier, and Adore Milaje. So it's like, would there be certain segments that you would have to play as all of them, or is it a choice thing? Like, these are the some stuff we don't know about Marvel 1943, and honestly, I honestly don't know how I will feel about it, because like, Who wants to play as a U.S. soldier or Dora Milaje? I have a feeling a lot of people will want to play as Black Panther, mostly out of everybody, or even Captain America, because when was the last time we got like a good Captain America game, honestly? But yeah, that is Skyden's situation. Hopefully the game comes out good, because if this game gets canceled, knock on wood, I believe the only Marvel projects that are currently that's being worked on, if this gets canceled, it will be Iron Man, Marvel Wolverine, and what was another? Oh, I forgot the name of the steel, but the steel that making Blade. That's the other one I almost forgot about. How smart, the developers of Saros, their next big game that is set to release next year in March 19, they gave details on making the game. These are the bullet points of what they said when they were making the game Saros, which is supposed to be the next game after Returnal. They said visuals are fusion of neoclassicism and Italian futurism, opposing aesthetics that create something organic and hauntedly structured when combined. Celerity Shield fundamentally changes combat while you avoid bullets in Returnal. Now the player actively interacts with them to use them against enemies. Music composed by Sam Sattler intertwined with what's happening on screen, leading to the player through all different environments. Tentacle Tech, the new animation technology, adds weight and the movement sway that moves naturally for more immersion. Destruction, wanting to take destruction to the next level. Full-blown rigid body, particle-based simulation that fits VFX pipeline. Relatively, when you shoot enemies that explode into bits and pieces, that add to the reactive nature of the game. Gunplay, want to make targeting enemies both loose and precise, where you know where your shots go, but luring players to want to get the closer to. So they go into more detail, try to set this game apart from Returnal. Basically take your Returnal gameplay and make it more better, like try to evolve it in a way. So those were like some of the bullet points that they said in this video. I will post a link to the video if you want to listen to it in full in the comments in the description below. It was the N7 day celebration for the Mass Effect series, and the studio BioWare had put out a statement about N7 day. This is what they had to say. Happy N7 day, everyone. You guessed it. I come up with another blog. But each year I write these, there are important moments of reflection for me. I get to pause, think about how truly lucky we are to have Mass Effect, and how thankful we are the community and support we got. We've been through a lot together, and we appreciate you. Like you, we had heard rumors lately. We made it clear you care deeply about what's next. So let's start by setting the record straight. The next Mass Effect game is in development, and EA and BioWare remain committed to telling more stories in this universe. The truth is, the last few years have been incredibly busy time at BioWare, but currently the team is hands down focused exclusively on Mass Effect. We have a lot of universe to cover, a lot of features to build, and lots of romances to figure out. We're excited about what we're building, and we promise you when we're ready, it will be a lot of fun to show it. Until then, thank you for patience, because y'all are thirsty for news. I see you looking for secret meaning and tweets. Okay, sometimes they have secret meaning. Beyond the next game, the more to get excited about. I haven't talked about it much, but you might have heard a little something about a TV series. We've been partnering closely with Amazon on it, and we're really excited with the talented team over there to that's coming up with. The writers' room is going strong. We got a lot to figure out how it fits within the Mass Effect canon, and it sets respect for the new game. The show will explore a brand new story within the universe timeline and will be set after the original trilogy. It won't be reiterated of a Commander Shepard story because, after all, that's your story, isn't it? Keep an eye on our social channel for more celebrations today, including some awesome new Mass Effect gear, free crossover items appearing in Skate and Apex Legends, and more. Happy N7 Day, Mike Gamble, executive producer of Mass Effect. Honestly, don't really care because there's still no new update for Mass Effect. It's like, how long has it been going since this was announced? Like 2023 or early 2024? One of those two, probably even earlier than that. And we still haven't gotten nothing. Granted, it is a possibility they could make an appearance at the Game Awards. We just gotta wait and see when it comes to that. But overall, they said, at least they clarified that it's still being worked on after the whole purchase thing that happened with EA a couple of weeks ago. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens when we'll see more of Mass Effect. And I don't have an Amazon streaming service, so I don't know if I will watch the TV show. But if it turns out that the TV show is good and stuff, I might check it out. But of course, gotta wait and see at the end of the day. Well, folks, it's being reported Halo Studios is moving on, and Halo Infinite will have its final update, which means the end of supporting of Halo Infinite is coming by November 19th. Will be the final update, I believe I saw. Yeah. It said Halo Studios is moving from Halo Infinite, working on multiple Halo titles in development, including the Halo Campaign Evolve remake that was revealed 2 weeks ago at this point. So yeah, that whole 10-year plan that they have for Halo Infinite, yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. It's very unfortunate that Halo Infinite went through all that situation it had with the bad launch, just a whole bunch of stuff that bad stuff that happened with Halo Infinite. But it looks like, yeah, Halo Infinite is coming to an end, unfortunately. There's also like there was like rumors that they're remaking Halo 2 and 3 also, though, so those could be one of the projects they got going on, including the next Halo game. I believe some people, well, it will pretty much be Halo. Technically, it will be 4 or 5. Yeah, Halo 7. Infinite would be considered Halo 6, but yeah. Hopefully, Halo Studios learn from their experience dealing with Halo Infinite and come out better for the future, since now all Halo games for the future going on now will be launching day and date with the PlayStation, with the Xbox, and PC. Dan Houser, one of the co-founders for Rockstar Games, was asked, was there a possibility that a Red Dead 3 could come out in the future? He says, Dan Houser said Red Redemption 3 will probably happen without him. He added that it's a cohesive two-game arc. I don't own the IP. That's part of the deal. It's a privilege to work on stuff, but you don't necessarily own it. So, how he works, he'll do like a 2 arc for a game. So, he was there for Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2. But if Rockstar so happens to make a 3, he would not be part of it because he's no longer at the company, and also it's not his thing to do a 3 arc story, especially right now, which would be kind of difficult if they ever do a 3rd Red Dead Redemption game, because during the game it was at the point that about the basically the timeline of cowboys and stuff was already phasing out. So how would Rockstar be able to do a game of Red Dead Redemption 3 without cowboys, unless it's a prequel story that takes place before the crew of Red Dead Redemption or something like that? Because if they try to shift it to a more modern timeline, some people believe that pretty much is a GTA game. Because yeah, I can see where they come from when they say that. So I don't really know how would that actually work in the end. But this is not a guaranteed thing that Red Dead Redemption 3 will happen, because currently right now they're focusing on GTA 6. But time will tell if they ever do go that route. During their financial report, it was reported that Square Enix to lay off 137 employees in the UK, along with an unidentified number in the US, impacting employers in marketing, publishing, business planning, QA, IT, and more. Square Enix president Takahashi Kiryu considers it part of a fundamental reconstruction of the overseas publishing organization will be. Honestly, I honestly don't know how I feel about this. Granted, there have been like very Square Enix definitely have been in a tough spot, especially when it comes to the Western publishing. Like, they have released some pretty bad games like Marvel Avengers. You got Marvel Avengers. What was there was another game. What was it? I'm low key drawing a blank. There was a game that was that came out, and they got mad at Square Enix for not paying something. I forgot what the name was, but there were like a couple of games that didn't do very well overseas when it comes to Square Enix games that they put out and stuff. But there are some games that actually did turn out really well. Like, you got Guardians of the Galaxy, the Tomb Raider trilogy, Sleeping Dogs. Like, they have a lot of games in their catalog that did turn out well. But it's just unfortunate, just some of their bad stuff that happened at Square Enix, that Western, a whole bunch of people being laid off for it. I don't know what would this mean for their future projects that they got working on, like Dragon Quest 12, Kingdom Hearts 4. What other game they got going on? Like, those are the ones I'm mostly looking forward to. So it's sad, really. And probably most likely the next Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 7 remake part 3. Hopefully we'll see Square Enix in a better light, hopefully. To end on this video, the biggest news that happened, along with Marvel 1943 being announced being delayed, Rockstar has announced that GTA 6 is also being delayed to November, a whole year later. This is the statement that they had to say. Hi everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now released on Thursday, November 19, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. So, it's been, what, GTA 5 released in 2013, I believe. Let me just do a quick check. I believe it was 2013. Yeah, it was September 17, 2013. It'll be 13 years until GTA 6 come out, which is kind of crazy. You really think about it. But yeah, GTA 6 is now coming out in the fall of next year, and some people are concerned, including me, what's gonna happen to Marvel Wolverine, because that was set to release in November. But it turned out that Insomniac reposted that Marvel Wolverine is set to release of fall 2026. So they basically doubled down that that's going to be their release window. And they're not planning to delay the game by the looks of it. If we just go off by Insomniac track record, Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game released in September of 2018. Miles Morales was it like November or October? And Spider-Man 2 released in October. So arranging from September to October, Marvel Wolverine could probably fall around there. I'll be surprised if they actually make it to August, but yeah, September seemed like the safe bet of Marvel Wolverine releasing. But anyway, yeah, some people are disappointed that now they have to wait a whole year, but hopefully the game is exactly what gamers hoping it will be, and hopefully we get the finished looking product when officially released. So that's all I have to say. This is the end of the video. What do you guys think? Are you guys disappointed GTA 6 being delayed? Are you excited for the game's release in 2026? Are you going to pick up Saros or any other game that was announced? And are you looking for the Game Awards, hoping for new showings of games? Let me know in the comment below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Storm, and peace out.